for her license to come in, but we want to say a big, big welcome to Linda. Really, really happy to have you here.
Welcome, Linda.
Yay.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So big things ahead. Big, big things ahead. Cool. I tell you, I felt like 2 days after Thanksgiving, I just ate so much. I feel so guilty. So now I'm like trying to get back to where I was, a week and a half ago.
Takes longer to get it off than it does to put it in.
I just want to make sure that the sound is off.
Yeah, it comes on so fast. It's crazy. So very, very cool. See John popping in. Very good. Good to see you, John.
Brian's on.
Good to see you. How you doing?
Absolutely wonderful.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
We kicked today's show off with a little Christmas music. Sorry you missed that.
Oh man. So you get for being late.
You have to sing now, John.
Okay.
That's right.
You first, Don.
No, I was on time.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, we'll go ahead and get started here. It's just after 12. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. As is typical for us in our bi-weekly sales meeting, we'll kick things off with core services. And then I've got a few things that I'd like to review with you just as reminders. And then one really, really cool marketing idea that I want to share with you. And then, of course, it will be open floor. So if you have something, say something. So Dawn, if you wouldn't mind kicking us off. For those of you who don't know, Dawn is with Long & Foster Insurance, and she does insurance and home warranties and all that other cool stuff that you do.
Yes, yes, yes. And thank you all. It's good to see all your smiling faces. Welcome to the newbies. It's good to have you guys here. You're in a good place. So smart choice that you made. I don't have anything exciting. Insurance is still, we're still super competitive, still getting lots of good rates out there. I just wanted to give a great big shout out to, first of all of you, because you guys are continuing to do what you do out there with all this craziness. And you've put up with me, whether I'm calling you for contact information or asking you how old a roof is or any of that fun stuff. So thank you all for being awesome and doing what you're doing in spite of all this craziness. And I want to shout out to Mike Gray. I don't think he's on here. Sharon and Marvella and you, Jason G. Thank you all for hooking me up with your clients. Was able to issue some super competitive policies for them, and they're super happy. And every time I talk to your clients, they rave about how good you are and how great it is to work with Long & Foster. So I'm super proud to be part of that. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep being awesome. And if you need insurance questions answered, if you have flood zone determinations you need help with, warranty questions, escalations, any of that fun stuff, I'm your gal. Call me or shoot me an email, and I'm happy to help. So that's all I have.
You do other insurance too, right? Not just homeowners insurance.
Yep, we do home, auto, landlord, renters, builders risks, flood insurance. I think that's probably, we have home and health and life insurance, but I don't do that. I'm not licensed for that. But we do have a gentleman in Richmond who is phenomenal, who can help.
Hey, yes, I am. I'm here. I'm dating and notarizing a closing package as we speak. So it has just been slamming, jamming. So I appreciate everybody's support out there. We have just been doing so fantastic. I don't know if you've seen the capture numbers, but the last I saw was 89% for the year. Which is fantastic. Marvella, I see you on my screen. I'm glad we could get your guy finally closed, so hallelujah. Jason, it was fun coming out to your new Smithfield location and doing that closing. It's a really nice, the ones who haven't seen it need to go look at it. It's a really great location, easy to get there. Surprisingly for me, I was there in no time from the Suffolk office. So great location. I know you're going to do really well out there. We're still doing the closings. Some prefer to do them in the car. I know we did one of your clients in the car. We met at 7-Eleven. I can't think of the name, the mail carrier, Jason.
Courtney Britt. Yeah, it was like 7 o'clock at night at 7-Eleven parking lot.
Yeah, so it was not a drug deal. It was a closing. So that was good. And basically, we've had great participation. I mean, I can just think of going down a list here. Michael Gray used us a couple times, Kelly Foster, Joshua, Todd Sims, Jason Everett, Marvella, Cordell, Jason Gooden, Sharon Gooden, Evelyn, Vicky, and Betsy. So, I mean, that's amazing, right? In just 1 month. I mean, that's awesome. So thank you very much for your support. Everybody wants to get closed now for the holidays, obviously. So we are just slam jammed, and so time is flying, but I really appreciate everybody's support. Does anybody have any questions today?
And for the new people that are here, Brian is with Sage Title Group, who is our in-house title partner, and so he does a lot of closings for Long and Foster, all around Hampton Roads. But he takes really good care of us here at the Suffolk office. So we're really grateful to have him and Sage on our team. So thank you, Brian. Appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
Mr. John. So you got John is with Prosperity Home Mortgage, who is our in-house mortgage lender and does an absolutely phenomenal job getting our clients the best deals, best rates, and best terms for their home purchase and refinance needs. So John, you got something you can share with us?
Sure. Yeah. So I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. It's definitely a nice break for us, and definitely getting back in the swing of things. Monday, the last couple of days, operationally have been very busy for us. Whenever you come back from a holiday break, it's just crazy busy because people were out all of last week. So if you have loans with us, bear with us there. Flexibility, that's true industry-wide, not just us, but everybody. Title, appraisal, everyone gets hammered when it comes to the holidays, that little break there. So I want to mention, piggyback on what Brian said, and specifically Marvella's deal, but not to get into any specifics, but some deals have title issues. Because sometimes we take it for granted that the accountability and that the hard work that Sage puts in, we just kind of expect it because they're our partner, they're our affiliate. So we expect them to kind of hang in there, but it can get so daunting for any title issue, especially one that kind of lingers and lags on, to say, hey, look, I've done all I can. I'm not sure what else I can do. But I mean, Debbie and Kelly and Brian, and I forget the new
Barbara.
processor's name.
I believe
They
it's
hang in there. Barbara, okay, and Barbara, they hang in there, and they are basically always on it, and they continue to follow up. And without that, those deals end up just dying. They fall apart because you don't have someone who's persistent, and consistent to kind of get it done. So, that's why I said all my personal, all my refinances that I do for all my clients to Sage, because I know that they have skin in the game and they care and they get things done. I mean, there's a lot of other companies that I work with other outside agents that I work with, and there's nothing like Sage. There's not. So I think, we should be thanking our lucky stars we have Sage. But yeah, thanks for all you guys do. And obviously, Don, you guys are awesome. You guys, I had a non-Long and Foster friend of mine actually bought for sale by owner, I think, and then so they used you. So thank you for helping them. So it means a lot. But anyways, so I just wanted to say that a little bit of meat as far as lending goes. I don't know if you saw an email come out from other lenders or from us, but they just announced the increase in the loan limit for the conforming loan limit for nationwide. So right now the limit is 510 400, and what that means, that's the maximum conforming loan limit for our MSA. So every year that loan limit is recalibrated depending on inflation, depending on the increase in median price, all those different things. So they calculate every year, and for a long time it was stagnant. Remember 417, it was pretty stagnant, 417. time, and then it started to kind of go up as we got further out from the recession back in 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And so it went from 510,400 starting January 1st. The conforming loan limit goes up to 548,250. So it's a nice little jump. And what that means is, we have conforming loans, and they have to meet certain guidelines. And those are the type of loans where you can do 3 or 5% down, a little more credit guidelines, your standard conventional loans. Okay. If you have a loan amount that's over and above that limit, then it's considered to be a jumbo loan. And a jumbo loan has different rules. It has more strict underwriting requirements. The rates are a little higher. So that's why it's important to kind of know where that limit is, depending on where the sales price is, right? And again, that's not the sales price limit, that's a loan amount limit. So again, if you said, well, if you're putting down 5%, you would pay 548, 250, 95%, and you can kind of see what the sales price would be to get there, right? So, around here, we're seeing the prices all the time going up. So it's always nice to get those transactions where you have to worry about that loan limit. But it's good to know that number in the back of your head that's right around 550, a little bit less. Where it might impact us a little bit more frequent would be the VA side. So starting January 2020, if you have no entitlement, if you have all of your entitlement available, meaning you don't currently own a house with your VA loan, or you didn't lose any entitlement through a short sale or a foreclosure that had a VA loan on it, you have your full entitlement as a veteran. And when you do that, there's no limit on how much of a house you could buy anymore. They used to have that, it used to be attached to that county limit, and anything over, you have to put down 25% over and above. They took that out starting in 2020. So now you can buy $1 million house with no money down using VA if you have full entitlement. Now, where this impacts us, this increase, is VA usually will follow this number. If you do have entitlement left or tied up in another house, then the total amount of entitlement is still tied to the guaranteed limit for the county. So that should go up. For right now, it's 510,400. It should go up to 548,250. So if you imagine if someone bought a house for $200,000, right now you could buy a house for around 310, right? So 510, then you have 200, then 310's left over. Now that's getting moved up. So that can be a big difference for someone has a house, it's a veteran, doesn't have equity to sell, but could rent it out maybe and kind of move up into another house or a bigger house, or they own a property in another city where they lived before. They want to buy, they just won't have the entitlement left over. So that might be something where it might benefit us or might impact us a little bit more in our area. So any questions about the loan limits, about how that impacts things?
I'm glad that you brought up how it might affect the VA and the entitlements and the use for maybe a second property or something. I think that's pretty cool. It's not something that I give a lot of thought to, because normally I defer or refer my clients to you, and you help them figure out what those options might be. But I do appreciate having that knowledge. So even if they've already used their VA to purchase this $200,000 home, maybe a few years ago or something, they may still have entitlement left.
So now they'll have, instead of having 300, maybe they'll have 350, so that can be the difference in getting into a house that they want, as opposed to one that's just not quite what they want, and especially in this market right now. 350 doesn't get you as much as it did 2 years ago or a year ago.
True.
Yeah, and I'll leave on interest rates are staying low. Then they're going to have a little fluctuation down a little bit, but they're staying low for the time being. So we're still seeing, low 2s for FHA and VA being pretty good credit. We're seeing, bless you, and we're seeing higher 2s, maybe lower 3s, depending on credit score for conventional. That's purchase money, not refinance money. So very good rates. Rates are fueling the fire of our market. The main thing is the inventory being really low. On top of that, rates are insanely low. So It's helping keep the market hot. It's when money's cheap, people feel good about splurging a little bit more to buy a little more expensive house. So we like that in our business. So, but at the end of the day, we don't know how long it's going to last. I mean, hopefully it lasts for a while. But usually when rates start going up, that's an indication that the economy is doing a little better. So when the economy does better, then people buy and sell more homes too. So it's not the end of the day. And yeah, end of the world when it happens. But right now we're taking advantage of it. So yeah, that's it for right now.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
For sure.
And just as a reminder, you know, there's no law, or there's no rule written, you know, in Long and Foster that, you know, mandates we have to take advantage of or use the services of our core partners. However, we would strongly encourage you to at least let them compete for the business. And so historically, what we found is that when you let them compete for the business, 90% of the time they win that business. And I think that Prosperity's even done some tracking along those lines. And so it's almost 9 out of 10 they can win if they're given an opportunity to do that apples to apples comparison. And I know, Dawn, you're the same way. So if you know, if it takes a little extra effort to win the day, to win the deal, you can do that. You have that flexibility. And so I just want to remind everyone and encourage everyone to give our core partners a chance to earn that business, and that they don't just sit around and expect that business to come to them. They are willing to fight for it. They're willing to work for it. So give them that opportunity. And I think that, you know, together we can achieve more, right? Team. So cool. Well, I appreciate our core partners being here. Thank you guys so much. I do want to send a few reminders out to our agent population. So I'm just going to share my screen here real quick. And as soon as Stacia gives me permission to do that. There we go. Thank you, Stacia. So, all right, you guys hopefully can see this email. You should have received this same email. And so I just want to remind you, because it seems like every time it comes up, we have people that, you know, are at the very, very back of the line. And so, you know, Stacia and I have to get involved and remind people to pay their hurrah dues. And so for you new people, you've probably already done this, but for the other people who kind of just blow this email off every year, I want to remind you that it is time to start thinking about your hurrah membership dues. And so while my number may look a little different than yours does, I'm in a little bit of a different situation. I just wanted to point out here that you can sign up for the pay-as-you-go plan through January 10th, which has been a really, really big help to some people. So I would encourage you to check that out. And if you do pay it in full by the 31st of January, you'll receive a 5% discount on your annual hurrah membership. Or if you need a little more time, you can agree to pay the $75 deferral fee to extend that deadline to pay the full membership amount by July 31st. So FYI, you should have, if you're a hurrah member, you should have received this email 19 hours ago. So, so I just want to remind you guys to check that out and don't put it off too long. Otherwise, Stacia starts yelling at me, and then I gotta email people. So, all right. The other thing I wanted to point out too was, let's see, rain dues are due. So first quarter rain dues are due, and I don't have an email to reflect that, but they are due by December 31st.
And
So
please
first-
pay them.
Yes, please pay your rain dues. Rain is the MLS we belong to, and December 31st is when they're due. So point that out to you guys. And then this too. Not sure if you guys actually received this email or not, but we talked about NAR adjusting the code of ethics and making some changes just very, very recently. And then our broker, our principal broker, Nick D'Ambrosio, sent this out yesterday as an update to those NAR changes that were made. And so I wanted to bring this to your attention. just because it's something that we all have to pay attention to. And so hopefully I'm going to click on this and you can see these slides. Do you see these slides?
I see that.
Yeah. Okay. So so we talked about last time that the NAR Code of Ethics, there was an addition, a policy statement 29, which was updated to expand the applicability of the Code of Ethics to all realtors' activities. And what they meant by this is that it's not just in the course of doing business, right? You're held to this Code of Ethics even outside of office hours. And so it is this constant reminder then to always be aware of, you know, the perception or you know, someone how someone may interpret your actions, your posts, your words, that sort of thing. And so it's not only during office hours, it's even in your private life. And so, but this is the one that has changed right here. So starting January 1st, 2021, and of course you guys can read this for yourself, but the definition of public trust was expanded in the Code of Ethics. And so these changes will expand the instances in which the association must report final ethics findings to the State Real Estate Commission for additional action. So I just want you guys to be aware of the change and make sure that you're always minding your P's and Q's. So so that was hopefully that's a good reminder for you guys to give thought to, you know, the Code of Ethics and remember that as realtors we are bound to uphold that Code of Ethics. So and then hurrah, RAIN, and NAR. Oh, and then this is so cool, you guys. So let me see if I can find it. I can't answer the phone right now. So let's see. Bear with me 1 second. All right, this is that's not what I want. Hang on. Let me see if I can find it. This is what I want to tell you about. All right, find it here. Share and okay. So Prospects Plus. You guys have heard me talk about Prospects Plus in the past. Very, very cool direct mail technology company. And so every week, because I signed up for their newsletter, and if you haven't done that, I would encourage you to do that. You can do that right here. Just put your email address in there and get on their newsletter. And so every week they send out, you know, updates, announcements, special offers. They also send out some really good reports, which you can offer to your clients as an item of value, which is very, very cool. You could run a Facebook ad or a social media ad that says, click here to download this free report, which I think is absolutely brilliant. You guys could do that with the reports that Prospects Plus provides you every week automatically. So very, very cool. But this just came out and I thought it was brilliant. And for the listing agents in this meeting, you might pay particular attention to the twist on a listing appointment that this might offer you. And so the idea behind this blog post was increase the odds of selling your own listings, which is great in itself. But the spin that I put on it for my own personal use is to use this same information to increase the odds of me getting the listing in the first place. So hypothetically then, we go to a listing appointment and we know that our listing appointment is at 321 Main Street in Suffolk, for example. Why not use the Prospect Plus search capability tool that they have on here and pull up a list of all of the renters around your listing appointment at 321 Main Street in Suffolk. Take this map of renters with you to your listing appointment and present this to the potential seller as your list of prospects who you will immediately notify about the sale or the listing of this home. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And so, of course, when you pull this list, if you do get the listing, which I think this would really, really help you to do that, you could immediately then, you've already got the list, why not send them a just listed postcard about this property that you just listed at 321 Main Street. And so they have a renter prospect list tool in Prospects Plus that you can use to search for renters. You can search by demographics, you can search by income, you can search by zip code, you can search by city or county. And so you can really customize your list of renters, which is, I think, absolutely brilliant. And so, yes, it would be great to sell our own listings. That's awesome. But it would be even cooler, I think, to help us get the listing in the first place. And I think this would carry a lot of weight if you walk into a potential seller's house with this list. So,
How are you?
does everybody agree with me that that is really, really a cool idea? Yeah, I think so too. So if you haven't checked out Prospects Plus, I do talk about it quite a bit, but that's because they put out a lot of really cool content for us real
Can you
estate
give me a
agents to
time?
take advantage of. So definitely get in here, check this out. If you want, I can email you a direct link to this particular blog, but it just came out a few days ago. And so if you go into Prospects Plus, I'm sure you can search around it and find it. It'll probably be over here on the right-hand side
Sorry?
someplace. So
Okay. I will text her and
how cool is that? I don't. Nobody's clapping or fireworks or, you know, give me the fingers or something. You know, all the
Gave you a
fingers, not
thumbs
just one
up.
finger.
Yay, yay.
All right, Kelly. Kelly, I know you think that's a great idea because
It is a great idea. I'm sorry I'm having problems with my
you
stuff.
do a lot of listing appointments, and I think that is just a really cool way to show that potential seller what your, you know, what kind of technology you have access to, and that you've already designed and built. You already have a list of people that you're going to market their property to as soon as they sign that listing agreement. Very
Totally agree.
All right, guys, it is open floor time. So if anybody has anything they'd like to share, please do it now. All right, well, it looks like it's going to be an early lunch today. So, oh,
Jason.
gosh. Yes.
I've got a new listing at 1129 Driver Point Court.
In the
It
system.
went active about an hour ago. It's 5-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,800 square feet on a 3/4 acre lot on Bennett's Creek. It's basically kind of marshy, and it listed for $395. And it's already having 4 showings this afternoon, but get back.
Wow.
Great news.
Man, that is fantastic, Scott. That is absolutely fantastic. So that's really exciting, and especially in that upper price bracket, you know, I mean, that is well above our median home sale price at $395, and you've already gotten that kind of attention in the last hour. So
Yeah, and the seller, the wife just told me, I just left, and she said that last night her next door neighbor called and said their parents want to buy it. So it's going to be busy.
it's gonna be busy. Yeah, yeah.
That's great.
Well,
Okay,
that's
so
great.
I have a buyer who's looking for a building in the Newport News, Hampton area. They need it for a church. So if
Any,
anyone knows
any
anything,
size requirements or price requirements, anything like that?
no, not right now. As far
Okay.
as price, of course, you know, the lower the better. But we looked at a building the other day off of Jefferson that was it was 27,000 square feet, and it was 500,000. Unfortunately, they already had a contract on it, so we would have been the backup offer. But it looks like that offer that's going to go through.
Okay.
We're looking for something. Of course, we may not find anything as large as that, but at least 5,000 and above.
square foot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
info. Good info. You guys keep your eyes and ears open for something like that. 5,000 square foot could be used as a church or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
And, it doesn't sound like price is an issue. So very cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Marvella. Thank you. I think, well, I see LaChamel's on here, but he may not be able to talk, but I believe he's got a closing today. Good Lord willing. So that's really, really exciting. Happy about that.
Who has that?
LaChamel.
Lachamel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Talked about him and he went away.
Yeah. I must have made him nervous. He left. So, all right, you guys, we'll let you get back to it. Keep an eye out for this week's TGIF because it will be epic. And if you have any questions or concerns, please call Stacia.
No.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great week.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Thanks.